For more than a month, the World Cup has been everywhere, in our homes, in our conversations, in our group chats, cafes, offices, airports, city streets. People who have never met stood next to each other wearing the same colors, same jerseys, singing the same songs. You saw it in the stadiums, you saw it in the fan zones, you saw it in chants like the Norgero. Thousands of people linking arms and moving as if they were on the same team. And then it ends. The final is over. Spain wins, deservedly so. The trophy is lifted, the flags come down, and the group chat becomes quiet. Some people wake up the next day feeling strangely flat. Maybe you feel restless, maybe sad, maybe simply asking why does it feel like something is missing? Well, something is missing. Not only a tournament, a collective emotional world ended. I'm Dr. Slobodan Nešović, a licensed clinical psychologist, founder of Psycho-Enalysis, and a clinical and sports psychologist working through PsyD Center and LA Sports Psych. In sports psychology, we often focus on how athletes prepare for a peak moment, the race, the match, the championship. But peak performance has another side. After the event, there is a landing. The body settles, the nervous system comes down. The athlete makes sense of what happened. I recently had the privilege of helping a junior K4 kayak athlete prepare for a world championship in Canada, where the crew won gold. In a K4 boat, 4 athletes have to move in precise coordination, physically, mentally, emotionally, one rhythm, one direction. A World Cup crowd is not an athletic crew, but it also becomes a coordinated system. Thousands of people watch, they shout, they celebrate, and release emotion together. That collective energy is powerful. When it ends, the quiet can feel unusually large. A question many fans ask after a difficult loss or after the whole tournament ends is, why do I care this much? You may not know the players, you did not step onto the field, yet a goal can make you cry, a missed penalty can change your evening, and a victory can make you feel proud in a way that it's hard to explain. Sports psychology has a clear answer. When we identify strongly with a team, that team becomes connected to our sense of self. We do not say, they won. We say, we won. That word, we, matters. A national team can carry family memories, childhood memories, language, place, history, and the need to belong to something bigger than our individual lives. During the World Cup, that identity becomes much stronger. For weeks, there is always another fixture, another conversation, another possibility. The tournament creates a temporary structure of meaning. It gives the day a rhythm, it gives strangers a common language, and it allows people to feel part of a story unfolding together. Research supports what fans already know from experience. Match results can affect how people feel. A smartphone study during the 2014 World Cup found that supporters' subjective well-being rose after their national team's matches, especially after larger wins. The effect was short-lived, but it was real. That matters because it tells us that sport is not emotionally trivial. For supporters, a match can activate hope, pride, disappointment, relief, anticipation, and connection. Researchers also use the term BIRGing, basking in reflected glory. When the team wins, fans naturally move closer to their success. They wear the shirt, share the result, and say, "We did it." The opposite process is called CORFing, cutting off reflected failure, when people distance themselves from a group after a loss. But highly identified fans tend to stay together, even when the result hurts. That loyalty is part of what makes fandom meaningful. It is also why the end of the tournament can land with more force. For a few weeks, the fan has been emotionally vested in an unfolding story. Then, with one final whistle, the story is complete. Think about the Norge row. Thousands of people sit shoulder to shoulder, link arms, and move in rhythm. It is easy to call it a chant or a spectacle. Psychologically, it is more than that. Synchronized movement creates connection. Singing together creates connection. A shared rhythm can make people feel less alone and more part of the group. You see versions of this everywhere, in dance, in religious rituals, concerts, military marching, and in sport. Rhythm organizes people. It gives separate individuals a shared pattern. In a K4 kayak, synchronization is essential. When 4 paddlers are in rhythm, the boat moves with less wasted effort. When the rhythm breaks, energy is lost. In a stadium, the purpose is different, but the experience is related. A chant brings individual people into a common emotional tempo. People become louder, more expressive, and more open to feeling. They hug strangers, they cry in public, they believe together. Then the stadium empties. The individual goes home, the sound disappears. It is understandable that the body and mind need a moment to adjust. From a sport energy psychology perspective, the World Cup places fans in a prolonged state of emotional activation. By energy, I mean something practical: attention, excitement, anticipation, stress, emotional investment, and the body's readiness to react. For weeks, the tournament gives that energy somewhere to go. There are matches to watch, results to debate, highlights to replay, friends to message, and emotions to share. When the cup ends, that container disappears. The mind understands that the event is over, but the nervous system may still be used to the intensity. That is why some people describe a small emotional drop afterward. Athletes learn that a peak experience is followed by recovery. After competition, they sleep, move, reconnect with daily life, and reflect. Fans generally do this naturally as well. They return to work, family, routine, club football, other interests, and the normal pace of life. For most people, the comedown is brief. It is not a problem to solve. It is the natural setting of the system that has been emotionally engaged. The World Cup reminds us that human beings need collective experiences. We need stories, ritual, play, tension, beauty, hope, and belonging. That is why the end can feel strangely quiet. It is not only that football has paused, a temporary world of shared attention has disappeared. Most fans return to normal very quickly. The intensity fades, the regular routines come back, and the experience becomes a memory, a match, a chant, a goal, a night with friends, a feeling of being part of something larger. But it is worth noticing the phenomena. Being a fan is not passive. It is emotional participation. It is identity. It is collective rhythm. It is a human need for connection expressed through sport. The World Cup is over. The need for belonging is not. I'm Dr. Slobodan Nešović. This is Psycho-Enalysis. And if this video gave language to something you felt after the World Cup, share it with another fan and tell me in the comments, what moment from World Cup will you remember most? Check out these two videos next. See ya in the next video.